Hey, what's happening, nation? It's Son Joku. Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes. I truly do appreciate that. There is more people that wish me happy birthday this year than ever have in my entire life, and it was cool as shit. So thank y'all very much. I had an awesome day. Did a little fishing, got some new fishing shit, got some new Raider shit. I was happy as hell about it. I'll be showing it off in the next few days. It was actually really cool. We social distanced, didn't really stay inside. I love to get out, so it is what it is. But we had a damn good time, so thank you all for that. We're not going to waste too much time. We're going to jump into it tonight. We're talking third and Renfro, and this offense, we see this offense a damn good bit with John Gruden, and we're going to continue to see it, especially at the start of next season if things don't go like they have been, or if things don't go like they should through the preseason. The only thing that really changes about this is Ruggs out there, so he's going to end up being a big difference maker for us, because even in this setup right here, he really still takes the top off the defense, doesn't allow teams to come in and stack the box against us. So we usually use this on third down. That's why I give it the third and Renfro, just because this is where he makes his money out there. Numbers, what's happening, man? It's usually a quick little slant, little out. He finds a little soft spot in the zone, ends up making his play, getting the first down for us. That's why so many people love third and Renfro. It's the reason it became a thing. It became a thing in college, but it definitely carried over into the NFL. And I love that we have it out there. There's a very few tweaks I think we would make out there as far as this offense goes, just because we run it so damn much. I know it's usually Jalen Richard back there instead of Jacobs on third down, but I don't have Jalen cut out yet. And plus, the few little tweaks I would make on this, I'd rather see Jacobs in there. So let me know what you guys think about this. We're going to push into this offense. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about it. Oh, Mitchell, what's going on? Anthony, what's happening, man? Watching The Last Dance. There are a lot of people out there watching that. Jay, what's happening? Do you like Aguilar over Zay Jones as the fourth or fifth wide receiver? It's really going to depend on the chemistry that he's been building this offseason with Zay Jones. I guess they've been working out together. There's been a lot of tape of it. There's been tape of Williams out there working with Tua, which I understand they're just working with people in the area, but I still don't like when our receivers are practicing with other quarterbacks. Shit kind of drives me insane. But as far as your question is concerned, Aguilar needs to prove himself to me. He truly, truly does. There's a lot of doubts that I have about him. I know he played that great Super Bowl, and everybody likes to bring that up. The dude's had a lot of ups and downs throughout his career. If he can put it all together back in this West Coast offense, I think he would actually probably outshine Zay Jones. But if Zay Jones is out there and really building that chemistry and him and Carr are working together, it's going to be tough for somebody to come in there and take that spot. So I'm curious to see how that shakes out. Aguilar can do some return duties, but we have other dudes that can. Our receiving room, we're going to see a lot of people go that we're going to be pretty shocked about. Honestly, if Aguilar and Zay ended up going with Aitman and Doss, I think that's a very real possibility that all those dudes are gone. Anthony, Super Mexican Mariachi party going on next door. Man, I've been to some of those parties, and they are incredibly fun, and the food is damn good. They get down, man. They get down and they have a good time. I love that shit. I truly love it. I'm not even going to lie. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. We got Ruggs. Ooh, I'm all over the place. We got Ruggs out to the left. We got Waller sitting out there with him. I really like how this looks on the left-hand side. Having Ruggs and Waller next to each other. Waller demands having some help, but so does Ruggs. So it really kind of frees up that side of the field a pretty damn good bit. And I think that's really going to help the third and Renfro thing as well. So those two side by side, I really like. I had this set up a few different ways out there before I ended up going live, just because I want to see what it looked like. So we're going to take a look at a few of them now. Joe Mama, what's happening, man? Aguilar has to fight for playing time. He truly does. Aguilar is going to have to earn his spot on this team. P-Ring, what's happening, man? Do you think Gafford has a chance to make this team? I think based on his speed and his return abilities, yes. I think that Aitman being gone and Doss being gone, I know a lot of people don't want to see it. I think Aguilar could honestly be gone. I know we paid him, but we paid him that vet minimum out there, so he's really kind of expendable at this point. So I'm just curious to see, but I like Rico Gafford. I truly do. He came in mid-season, never had a chance to really learn the offense. He's he's a true speed dude out there. And if we really want a fast-ass offense, you could stick Rico into some of these formations that I've been messing with out here, and it just puts the speed completely over the top. So I'm really curious to see what happens with it. 805, what's happening, man? You love this look. This is, I mean, this is one of our staples of our offense out there. So, yeah, we got the Ruggs and Waller out there on the left. You got Carr under center. You got Jacobs behind him, which on third down, it's usually Richard, but it is what it is. I want to see Jacobs in there on more of the third down plays. Then you got Renfro in the slot, and you got Williams on the outside. I mean, like I said, man, this is like one of our go-tos. We go to it a lot on first and second. We play it a shit ton on third. So the only thing that I'd really like to see change about this, the first thing would be Jacob sliding over a little bit. Gonna mess up his name here. And then let Carr fall into the shotgun on this. This works incredibly well out of the shotgun. Boom. Right there like that. It buys Carr an extra 2 seconds, gives him a chance to make that read. You can still run out of this. I know it ends up being more of a draw at that point, but you could still run just like a little flare out to Jacobs or something quick to get it out of Carr's hands because you know he loves that. And you have the blockers over there to where he could do that. But I'd like this better out of a shotgun. I truly, truly do. Anthony, great show. Oh, man, I appreciate that, Anthony. Rico and Ruggs, dangerous speed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Especially if Gruden wasn't bullshitting and we get into some of these 4 wide receiver, hopefully 5 wide receiver sets. If you get into a 5 wide receiver set and you have Ruggs out there with Rico, and honestly, you could stick Bowden out there as a third guy on that side. That is like crazy speed on the left-hand side of the ball to where they have to single up at that point and somebody's going to break and go deep. So I'm really hoping he spreads it out a little bit. But yeah, moving this into a shotgun, I'm really digging that. Really like the way that it looks. And then the only other thing I would change, and I know this whole video is called Third and Renfro, but if you slid Renfro down real quick, I'm not going to take him totally out of it because he's going to end up coming back in. But then you put Bowden out there as the other running back. I know a lot of you guys end up checking out these other Raider channels. Sanjay did a video about this, and this is pretty much what Bowden does. He'd line up in the backfield, and then he would end up sliding into this slot position out there. And then you got Bowden out there doing the same thing that Renfro would be doing, except he can line up in the backfield, and even if they don't bounce him out and put him in motion before the play starts, you could still end up just having him flare out of the backfield or just cut straight up the middle and just kind of open everything up going down the seam. So that's really a cool look for it too. I really like the way that looks. It sucks taking Renfro out of it, and I don't think you'll see that happen because I really think Bowden's going to come out there and be more of a backup to Renfro and do the punt returns and things like that. But I think you're going to see him in a lot of situational plays where we can come out there and really stack our offense, because there's a few offenses that I've been going through and looking at. There's one that has Jacobs, Bowden, and Ruggs all in the backfield just waiting to be flared out, and you can run the jet sweep out of that, and that's cool as shit. I'm actually going to do a video about that one just because it's a way to get all of our really fast major weapons on the field at the same time. And like I said, you could pull Waller out of this, but I hate pulling Waller out of any offense just because he can do so much out there. And then, again, man, even if you had this setup out there like that, having Ruggs out there, having teams not be able to stack the box is going to free us up to be able to do a tremendous amount of shit out of this. So I'm super happy about it, man. I can't wait to see Ruggs and Renfro and Waller in the bunch formation. That's another one, dude. That's another huge one for us. And I wanted to show this one off. That's why I didn't want to pull him all the way out, because I really think we'll see this. And this is one of the things I was going back and forth with. If you have Renfro over here and he's sitting out there with Williams, and then this is our normal setup right here. I'm going to leave Carr in the shotgun for this. But if you pull Waller over to this side and just stack this side over here, that right there is huge for so many damn different reasons, because right now that automatically puts Ruggs on an island by himself on the left-hand side with him in the corner. Because right now the safety has to cheat, especially if you end up moving Jacobs over to this side instead of having him over there on Ruggs' side. This is a free one-on-one right here. Unless they're playing some kind of weird zone, which they honestly, if they came out and saw this, they would probably audible out of it to get into man, to be able to man up against these dudes and have somebody dropping back. But even if they're dropping back, they're going to have to cheat to the right-hand side, which is going to leave Ruggs freed up. I really think this is something you're going to see where we can go out there and exploit some teams. And even if it's Ruggs on a short, quick little pass, if he can just break that first tackle, he's gone. Because there's going to be nobody else on that side to cover him. And this right here is a huge setup for us. So I love that bunch. I truly, truly love that bunch. There's a lot of other dudes you could stick in here to form this bunch over here. But I really, really like this. This setup right here, honestly, even if you take Carr and you put him back under center right here, and then bring Jacobs back into the middle, honestly, you could leave him offset a little bit just to play to that right-hand side. That would look cool as shit for us, man. I truly, truly think it would. Andrew, what's happening, man? Welcome to the show. What's up, man? Really digging the channel. Keep it up. I really appreciate that, man, because DC needs shotguns. That 7-step drop. DC does play better out of the shotgun. It's hard to argue that. We've all seen it time and time again. I like Carr out of the shotgun. I truly do. He has to play under center a lot for this offense, the way that Gruden has it set up. But if he's going to expand the receivers and open this thing up, let Carr take a step back. Shit, let him run out of the pistol if nothing else. Just give him something out there. Richard, thanks for coming out, man. You know I always love when you join the shows. Do you know Waller's 40 time? I think he is 4'4". I don't want to say that he's that fast. I want to say he's like 4'6" maybe. He might be 4'4", dude. I'm telling you, if he was 4'4" with the size that he has out there, that is insane, man. Like, truly, truly insane. A good breakdown. I appreciate all the work. Rich, I appreciate that, man. I truly do. Bowden makes the opposing defenses say, huh? He truly does, man. That's the thing. When you can line him up and then motion him out, it just lets Carr know right away if it's going to be man up or not. And you could do the same thing with Renfro, but I doubt we'll see Renfro line up in the back, but I do think we're going to see Ruggs line up back there, man. I have something in my gut tells me that shit's going to happen. I appreciate it, Joe Mama. Too much talent to double team, especially when you got to focus on Jacobs too. I'm amped. Florida boy, what's happening, dude? It's been a minute. Always talking to you in the comments. I'm glad you can make it out live. Yeah, dude. If you cannot double team against us, that's a huge advantage, and that's an advantage that very few teams have. There's going to be guys that go out there and do draw the double team, but whoever does, it's going to free up somebody else, and then no matter who it frees up, Jacobs is going to benefit from it, dude. I'm telling you, that kid is going for 1,500 to 1,600 yards this year. I promise you that. I hope you don't think DC will throw deep. Oh, man, it's a tough one. DC has one of the better deep balls in football. You have not been able to see it for a few years, and it sucks, but we all know that he has it. But you're right, Raiders Rich. I mean, you are right about that. The dink and dunk, as much as I hate to say it, it's part of Gruden's offense. It's the way that it's kind of set up, and then that's what sucks about it, is because he sets everything up to take his shots deep, and then when he sets everything up, the other team's defense is like, oh shit, okay, now they're going deep. I'm really hoping that changes this season. I really don't know if he's not gonna go out there and be slinging the ball like he was in 2016. I do know that, but I do think these little short passes are gonna end up turning into bigger plays because of the talent that Carr has out there. And I'll tell you right now, if he was over 4,000 yards with the receiving core that he had last season, and now he has this honestly, just true talent stacked around him. I understand a lot of these kids are young and unproven, but there's only one way to prove yourself, and if you can catch a little screen and just be gone, and there's a lot of people out there, Bowden can do it, Ruggs can do it. Honestly, we saw Renfro do it last year. That shit opens you up dramatically, and as soon as everybody takes a step back, you just start shoving it down their throat with Jacobs, with Ingold leading them. We're going to be hard to stop, man. A lot of people don't see it, but we're going to be hard to stop. I forgot about Ty Williams while we're deep at wide receiver. Our wide receiver room is deep as shit right now. That's why I'm saying you're going to see a lot of names that you didn't expect to see be off this team. And it is what it is. I mean, as long as we keep the strongest 5 or 6 out there, I'll be happy as shit about it. I really think we're going to keep 6 because the new CBA says that on game day we can activate 2 players so our roster goes from 53 to 55. I'm pretty sure one of those spots is going to be a receiver spot out there, so we can always have the extreme depth out there. Plus, it'll give us a lot of other options running it forward, so I'll take it, man. Waller fast, Ruggs fast. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. You put those two on the same. That's why I like putting those two on the same side, just because it forces everybody to the left and really frees up Renfro and Williams. I really think Williams is going to end up having a bigger year. I give Williams a lot of shit. I truly do. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't. But the dude played fantastic for the first 5 weeks. He ended up getting beat up. He had that plantar fasciitis. His whole season kind of took a shit. So I really think if he comes back healthy with the added speed he has around him, you're going to see him excel and be able to fill that number one wide receiver position for us. I know I've talked about that number one wide receiver position a lot, but then I started really thinking about it. There's only like a handful of true number one wide receivers in the league right now. Most teams do not have a true number one, but we have a damn good combination of two guys that have just the speed on one side and then have the. I'm really hoping Williams can end up being that Crabtree like wide receiver out there. And I really think he can be. I think if he's healthy, he truly, truly can be. We always have Waller, who's just pretty much his anchor out there. And then Renfro, we has great chemistry with. So I don't think, especially at the start of the season, you're going to see this offense screwed with too much at all. I think it's going to be a big, big part of us out there. Oh, Machiavelli, what's going on, dude? It's been a minute. I'm glad you're back around. I hope Ingold gets some more carries. I love it how he and Jacobs punish his tacklers. I think Ingold's, you're going to see him play that same exact role. You're going to see him a lot on 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s. The dude's going to pound and get that first down. But at the same time, he's going to get those blocks. But you might see him catch another one of those little flares out to the side and end up just breaking that first tackle and go for a touchdown. I really like that kid. I'm glad that we have him. I don't see him going anywhere, which last season we kept 3 halfbacks and 1 fullback. I'm curious to see what we do this season, if we're going to keep an extra position or not, but our 3 halfbacks are going to have to shake out, and we're going to have to see what happens with that. I still think we're going to bring in another running back. I truly, truly do. Haven't showed up, been busy, dude. We've all been freaking rocking at Machiavelli. I don't blame you. Hey, why don't Carr throw the back shoulder anymore like he did his rookie year when he had James Jones? He mastered the back shoulder. He doesn't throw it that often anymore. And I don't know if it's just because he doesn't have the chemistry with these guys or they're not back shoulder receivers. I think you're going to see Carr try to stretch it a little bit more this season, but it's going to be tough, man. I'm telling you right now. Because a lot of times they're going to see us trying to single up Ruggs. And if we can get them singled up, Raiders Rich, I know you'll probably disagree with it, but I think we're going to take those shots. We have to take those shots, or people are just going to start stacking the damn box again, putting 2 bodies right on Ruggs right at the start, and it's going to kill us. It truly, truly will. Ingold is a hitter. Yes, he is. That dude will drop his shoulder and try to go through anybody. DC has been dinking and dunking since 2017. Happy feet and everything. I can't argue, Rich. We've all seen him take that first big pop during a game, and then all of a sudden his feet do get fast, and he's trying to get that ball out quick. Hopefully we don't see it. Hopefully he has enough time to where he can go out there and just have that, honestly, just 3 seconds. And we've all seen him where he has time and he still guns that thing out of there real quick. And it sucks to see, but maybe he can settle himself down this season. He has to, because if he does, this is Carr's year. This is either you love Carr and he's going to go out there and prove himself, and everybody that doubts him is going to end up shutting their mouths and being like, okay, the dude's not even 30 yet and he's already taken us to the next level. Or he's going to be playing for somebody else and we're going to have a new quarterback. So as for right now, I'm sticking with Carr. I'm pulling for him. I want to see him lead us. This dude has everything he freaking needs right now to go out there and lead this team. If he can't do it this season and we stay reasonably healthy, then yeah, everybody's right. I will admit that I was wrong. But I truly think that dude's about to explode. Like, truly explode. No doubt Williams will rebound. Yeah, dude, I really think Williams is going to make a pretty big turnaround. It's going to be the money that depends if he stays around. If he ends up having a huge year, I don't think we'd give him another giant contract. But if he plays like I'm expecting him to play and we could match his contract, I think he might be a Raider for a minute, dude. He had 650 yards, 6 touchdowns, missed 3 games. He'll be okay in 2020. I really think he'll be a solid for us. Waller is the number 1. That's the problem, though. He is our number 1. When your tight end is your number 1 out there, that's a problem. That's not something that you want to see. And even if he has the top numbers for us out there, I'm okay with that as long as people don't see our number 1 receiver, which they have for the past few seasons, as our tight end. That shit sucks, dude. It gets no respect from the people on the outside. And I really think that if Williams and Ruggs can stay healthy on the outside, teams are going to have to respect that. And you're going to see teams play us different, and we're going to excel because of it. Derek Carr, dark horse MVP candidate. It's very possible, dude. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but if that dude can go out there and just set the tone, find just their rhythm right at the start of the season, which is going to be hard as shit. But if you look at this offense, the only person he has to find rhythm with out there is Ruggs. And he has a rhythm with all these other guys. So we got a shot, man. We got a serious shot. How long do you think it'll take Ruggs to show his wide receiver 1 capability? Week 7 versus the Bucks. I think Ruggs is going to show his talent by letting these other guys be freed up out there. I think it's going to take Ruggs probably a season or 2 before he can truly get into the swing of things, before he's really like becoming like a true part of this offense, especially if this offseason gets fucked up. But I'd say, yeah, probably about week 7. I don't think he'd be the breakout player in that game. But I think by that point, everybody will understand what he's bringing to this team, and I'm excited about it, man. I truly am. Yeah, DC is going to have a great year. It's not a bold prediction. It'll happen. It's not a bold prediction, dude. I'm telling you right now, Derek's going to go out there and end up... Oh, there you go. Going to light it up. D-Mag, what's happening, man? He is, dude. That guy's about to shatter every damn myth about him, and I'm happy as shit to see it, and I'm glad we're all going to get to see it together. Can't wait for those trick plays. It's going to be the best showtime in Vegas. I'm really hoping... Richard, what's happening, man? I don't like calling them trick plays or gimmick plays. I'm hoping it just becomes like part of our rhythm to offense out there. If we can make that happen to where it's not like, oh, we're bringing him in and it's going to be a gimmick, or it's going to be a halfback pass or a little double pitch or some bullshit like that. If it's just fluid and it just flows, that's going to be what makes the difference for us out there. Edwards is James Jones, in my opinion. 805. I could see that, dude. I truly could see that. I want Edwards to step up and make a major difference in this offense. I truly do. I really think that he can. But I'm glad there's competition out there, because to beat out a healthy Williams, Edwards is going to have to be on his freaking A game. And if we get into some of these bigger wide receiver sets, I think you'll see Edwards a pretty good bit. I think you're going to see Edwards in the goal line. So you put Ruggs in the slot over there next to Williams, you put Edwards on that other side, and you run him on a little back shoulder going to the corner, that's where that dude's going to make his money. I'm telling you that. Our offense will score some points. The defense is the key. I think our new defense is going to shine out there. I truly do. We only seen one time, bro, DC kind of holding. I mean, so many people are willing to go back in the past. And that's the thing. I don't see this going back in the past, dude. I've seen Carr excel underneath Gruden for the past 2 seasons with complete shit surrounding him. I mean, let's be honest. Our offense for the past 2 years has been rough. We had the Marshawn experiment out there. Ended up looking out pretty good, and then everything kind of went to shit, so we never really had a running game out there. Give Carr a chance. I'm not done with Carr yet. I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate it, because a lot of people are saying it. I don't agree with it yet. By week 4 or 5, I'll be able to tell you for damn sure what's going to happen. Abrams, Littleton need to show his boss in the AFC West. And Collins, dude. If we can stack 1, 2, 3, it's like Mad Max and Collins on that defensive line, is going to be a tremendous difference. Then you have Littleton and Kwiatkowski, and then you have Randall and you have Abram. We are double stacked at every level on our defense, and that shit is going to be huge. Like, truly huge. Abram. Kelsey is the Chiefs' number 1. Yeah, that's a damn good point. He is the Chiefs' number 1, but at the same time, they have Tyreek Hill out there who frees up Kelsey to be that number 1, and that's what Ruggs is going to do for this team. I'm glad you said that, because that's the point I'm trying to make. Because I'll tell you right now, if Kelsey did not have Tyreek Hill on the outside, he would not be nearly the player that he is right now. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a great talent. But if you have somebody that's demanding taking that safety with them every single time, it's going to free you up. And it's going to do the same shit for Waller. And that's going to be huge for us. And he was awesome without that last season. Imagine, there's a shot he's the number 1 tight end in football this year. I truly believe that. Have Bowden take it wide and pull out the 3D a couple times. Yeah, that is true. I'll give you that, Mitchell. That would end up looking pretty damn good. Carr is going to absolutely tear teams up. Javier, what's happening, man? I think it is. I think that shit's going to happen. I truly, truly do. Ruggs is the perfect fit for this offense. He is, and I've said it before. I didn't see it at first, but now after I put everything down and start looking at the way these things are going to work, I'm a full supporter of Ruggs and Arnett, because it's another dude that I doubted, that I didn't do my research on, and it is what it is. But we had a damn good draft, dude. 2017, our O-line stopped blocking because Carr didn't kneel with them. He has a mean line now, and he will do great things this year. That whole 2017 season, that was so messed up for so many different teams out there for so many different reasons. There's people speculating about that, and honestly, you could look at it from either way. That whole season right there was a kind of a wash. I love our offense. I love our offense, dude. I love our defense, too. Defense is questionable. Yeah. But the Raiders are going to get shit on no matter what if you're watching the media in the league out there. But I'm telling you, our defense is looking damn good. Kirby, glad you could make it out. Luke, what's going on, man? Good O-line, great wide receiver crew, running back group, and great tight end group. Offense is all set. I want to see us bring in another running back. I truly, truly do. Booker's not the answer. Stanback still has to prove himself to me out there. Rashard's definitely going to be that third down back. I want to see one more solid running back come in here. Why can't everyone be a number one target? I'd take that, dude. And that's really what I think we're kind of getting towards here, is just you don't know who's going to get the ball, so it's going to free somebody up. And if we can play unselfish to where, and that's the thing, a lot of these people that are on this team, they're not those real selfish dudes out there. They want to just score, they want to win touchdowns, and those are the teams that end up making it to the Super Bowl. They spread that shit out. It's not always going to one dude, so I'll take that. So for Williams, we're not going to win the Super Bowl. What do you think we need to do to take the next step to win it? In the prediction for now, I think you need that running back spot. I think you need that halfback position or the defensive tackle position. I really think our linebackers, I want to see how Muse ends up panning out. I want to see how White ends up panning out. That could end up being pretty deep for us, especially if Lee ends up sticking around. And then I'd like to see probably one more cornerback come on. But I honestly think, I know we're not, I don't know, dude. I honestly do kind of think that we are Super Bowl contenders if we can go out there and this shit forms together. It might take a year just with these young kids that we're bringing on that might not get the offseason they deserve. But if our starters from last season can stay healthy, it'll carry these dudes into the mid-season to where they can start to take this team over. And that's going to be huge for us, like truly, truly huge. What happens if the team goes 1-4 to start the season? Carr's gone. I'm telling you that right now. If we go 1-4, Mariota's your starter week 5 or week 5 coming out there. There'll be no argument in that. It's the reason that we brought him on. It's the reason we gave him that contract. They'll give him a chance to earn all those bonuses out there. I really think we're going to start 3-0 and then end up taking a loss in that fourth. But if we go 1-4, yes, changes are happening right away. I will not argue that. Just made a video on the D-line. Watts, I will definitely go check that out, dude. I'm loving the way that you're setting those videos up right now. I've seen it all. Luke's already checked it out. I hope we see Bowden throw some passes like the faster Taysom Hill. I'm really curious to see what happens with that. That's going to be, like, if we start getting into those gimmick plays, it'll be Bowden out there taking a little pitch and launching it, or just taking a direct snap and launching it. I honestly don't want guys like Taysom Hill. Luke, I'll give you that. But at the same time, if Bowden can take that third quarterback spot out there, I would take that, just because it would be a spot on the roster that we're actually using week in and week out. Still missing another linebacker to go with Kwiatkowski and Littleton. Rhett, what's happening, dude? Welcome to the show. That's what I was saying. I want to see what Muse does. I want to see what White does, but you're right. I'd like to see another veteran guy come in there. I've said Vontaze before just because I knew we can get him cheap. I know there's a couple other linebackers out there still on the market, but Vontaze already knows this defense, and he has the target. He has his ups and downs. I get that. I understand where you guys are coming from. But at the same time, if he's not going to be a starter, we're not counting on him to be a starter. I think bringing him back would actually be a pretty good move, especially to bring Kwiatkowski and Littleton up to speed real quick. Carr hasn't been the problem the past couple of years. It's been our defense. It's been our defense and Carr's weapons. I will agree with that. Line up in the shotgun with Jacobs and Bowden in the backfield. I guess at that point you would end up pulling I did, let's see here. Pull Bowden. Move Carr back down so they were side by side. I guess you'd have to, really, you'd end up pulling Renfro right here. You could pull Waller, but you don't want to lose that size if you're going to have Renfro, or if you're going to have those two out there. And honestly, that's a lot of speed right there. Like, I would take this at a heartbeat. Especially, like I said, man, you could move Bowden out over there. You could move Bowden next to Ruggs out here on this side. That would actually be fast as shit, especially if you line this up. Let me see this real quick. Put Bowden out there with Ruggs and then move Jacobs over to that side. That's going to free up Waller and Williams. Plus, just the speed on this side of the ball, you could make a tremendous difference with that. That would end up being fast as shit. I like that move. Good call on that. We have Tanner Muse, Lee, and Morrow at the backup. Yeah, I see Lee going in there to back up the middle linebacker spot. Muse and Lee, Muse I see playing on that outside. White I see playing on that outside too. White needs to put on some weight. If he can, he could end up making this team and being a big difference for us. Renfro is the best slot receiver in my opinion. He is. Overall, Mr. Big, you are right. Like, as far as our team is concerned out there, Renfro is our #1 slot out there. That's why I was saying that unless it's a play set up for it, Bowden's going to end up kind of being his backup this season. Why does everyone hate the Raiders, especially the media? It's just the way that shit goes, HF. It's part of being a Raiders fan, and it's part of just the Raiders culture out there. Everybody loves to hate us. It is what it is. But we played dirty for a long time, too. That's another reason I love this team. Rhett Clark, David White. Morrow sucks. Lee stays injured. We can't. Yeah, Lee does get hurt a lot. The injury bug kills him, dude. I think our offense is good as the Chiefs. We just don't have the Mahomes. That's a fair statement, dude, because I'll tell you right now, if you stuck Mahomes on this team, he would freaking shred out there. But they're two different style quarterbacks. Let's see how Carr can handle all this stuff before we jump to it. DC has won 300-year game. How did he excel last season? Threw 7 TDs in 5 years after week 10. But he lost his weapons at that point, Rich. And I know what you're saying, dude. I do know what you're saying, because that 300-yard game, that drove me insane. Every damn game last season, I sat here and was like, this will be the game where Carr throws for 300 yards, and his ass never did it. I will give you that, but he was always in the high twos. He does need to break that. But as far as him closing out the season with not very good numbers, we were depleted, dude, on both sides of the ball. Same, I wanted the linebacker like Burt. Yeah, I'd like to see Vontaze come back. What do you think about Farrell? Oh, man, I would take that trade in a heartbeat. I just don't know if we have the money to pull that off, because Farrell's contract and his contract are going to be completely different. But part of me really likes Farrell. I want to see him stick around. I know he's not the edge rusher everybody wants, but he's a damn good defensive end. I feel like John Gruden took a lot of inspiration from the Saints. Yes, I will give you that. The Saints, the Bills, I don't know. It's just that smash mouth football, but you got to have a twist to it, dude. You have to have a twist, and I really think we're starting to get that now. I think the biggest problem is our team is too young. We are a super young team. We got the vets mixed in there right now, and that's what I'm saying. If they can carry us through those first few weeks and then let these kids start sliding in and taking over, and then some of them might just win that spot right off the bat. I mean, Ruggs is coming in there to be our #2. That's not, unless something happens like crazy, that'll be the play. But you're right, dude. We have an incredibly young team with depth on defense and talent. We can rotate enough. We will have fresh bodies to force. Yes. What's up, William? What's going on, dude? The depth in our defense is going to make a massive difference for us. We have not had that in a long time. The reason we had a dude like Will Compton as our starting linebacker, I know a lot of you guys were like, oh, dude, he played so damn good. It's like, dude, that was a bright spot and a shit-ass defense. Please, why is people want to trade Farrell? That's what I'm saying. I really like Farrell, dude. I want to see him stick around. Javier, what's happening? There are so many haters and sleepers on this Raiders. It's so disrespectful. People are just not used to the Raiders being a damn good team. And I really think that once we start getting into these roles and we start knocking some of these teams off, that hate's going to fade away and we're going to be looking damn good. We probably go 2-3, but I'm good with the chance to win each of the remaining games. I'll give you that. But I really think we're going to start off 3-0. I really think we're going to. I think we should get Vontez because he's a good leader and he's not bad. He's not bad. I know Watts. I know he's a little bit slow out there. I know a lot of you guys don't really like him out there, but to fill up just that background, I mean, if you could have Vontez or Phillips, who would you take? You take Vontez all day long. If you could have Vontez or White, especially starting the season, who would you take, dude? You want Vontez out there. It's the right play, and we could get him cheap. If you actually watch football, Farrell did so much. He will make a huge jump his second year. Yeah, dude, I really like Farrell. Like I said, he's not going to be that guy that gets the blitz, but that dude can make plays in coverage. He can drop back. He can make big plays in the run game. I really like that kid. You can't look at him as an edge rusher. If you do, you're going to hate him forever. You have to look at him as just a true defensive end. Well, to be fair, look how many rushing attempts Jacobs had before you blame Carr for not having more than 300 yards a game. Carr has only had those games you can count on your hand. Yeah, I mean, that is true. And I'll take a solid running game because a solid running game opens up that play action. That's what opens up his completion percentage. And plus, if those little, I'm telling you, man, those dinks and dunks are going to turn into touchdowns this game. And I really think it's going to be because we take a few more shots. I'm not saying a whole bunch, but a few more shots than we did last year. And teams they're not going to be able to stack us like that anymore. Our team reminds me of the Ravens last year without Lamar. Yeah, I'll give you that, especially with the tight end sets that we run. That's very, very fair. I'm not saying Farrell is Mac, but Mac didn't have an amazing sack numbers his rookie season. I wouldn't even compare those two, to be honest with you. But you're statistically you're right, but they're just two different kinds of backs. I would compare Mac more to Crosby, and Crosby outshined Mac last season. He truly did. I was happy as shit about that. Farrell can stop runs like a dude. Yes, he can, dude. I believe Mac and Farrell and both had 4 sacks or something that through their rookie year. Yeah, I think they did. I honestly think you are right about that. You're getting bigger in the Raider community. You got to work tomorrow. You're damn straight I got to work tomorrow. I'm pretty much Monday through Saturday mornings. I go in at like between 8 and 9. Usually get off somewhere between 5 and 6 and then cook the kids dinner, hang out with the wife. Everybody goes to bed. I come down here and crank out a video and then do it all over again. Not all rookies going to do good in their rookie season. No, they're not. But I'm hoping that they get a little bit of play time, just be able to show that they're going to shine. There's a couple dudes out there like Muse. Muse is going to take a long time to develop, especially if he's going to change positions out there. But that's where I think you're going to see like Muse and White kind of fighting for a spot, but you're going to see both of them stick around. So it's going to be cool as shit to see what happens with them out there. Let them develop. Yes, we have to, dude, because some of these dudes, you don't want to throw them out there and then just have them kind of shitting on us. And then their whole mindset and everything gets screwed up, and then they're done. I do not want to see that happen. William, do you see this sign in Vontez? If so, do you put an insurance practice squad? Do you think he can help Muse acclimate faster? Yeah, I think Vontez as a whole would tremendously help our defense, just as far as not only Muse, but Littleton and Kwiatkowski, and just having those guys being able to pick it up from Vontez, who's played in this system for so long, makes a big-ass difference. When you're not a Raiders fan, but you still like watching, HF, who's your team, dude? Let's let me know. I ain't going to give you no hate about it. I love watching other people check this stuff out. Peace out, Sajuku. Your content, brother. Keep it up. Rich, man, I appreciate you showing up, dude. You know I truly love it. Thank you, man. I'm the biggest Raiders fan. Kirby, as long as we're all fans, I'm okay with it. Your muscle hamster, a.k.a. Gruden's son, to get these youngsters big quick. Look what he did for Max the first year. Man, their conditioning coaches, dude, we had so many injuries. We need to bring in like a fucking yoga instructor or something. Get these dudes stretched out so they're not busting all these hammies and shit. Which player will surprise us and not make the team this year? Who will blow your mind when they get cut? Oh man, Juan, that's a good question. I think it's going to end up coming from that receiver room out there. I think it's going to end up being somebody like Zay Jones out there. I still think there's an off shot that we see a big trade happen, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to go with that. It's going to be somebody from our receiver room. Williams clocked at 4.42. Damn, dude. Barry, what's happening, dude? I'm glad you came out. Yeah, that's fast as shit, dude. Put him out there put him, Ruggs, and Bowden on the same side. Let them stretch that shit. Put Williams on the island by himself. We've seen that he can burn people out there. Yeah, Crosby was a complete package. Stout against the run and great against the pass. Mad Max, dude, that dude's engine does not stop. I love that kid. I will go if I'm allowed. Dude, I'm going to one game if I'm allowed to go, and I will be there. I promise you that. If I have to wear a mask and a big-ass bubble, I will wear that shit, and I will be there happy as hell. I'm a Packers fan, but I like the Raiders. Oh, man, how did you feel about Love? Rodgers seems legitimately pissed about that. I'm not even going to get into the rumor of Rodgers coming over here next season. But what did you think about that Love sign? It seemed to shock a lot of people. I'm just curious to see your thoughts on it. You can hit me up in the comment section afterwards if you already bounced. Yoga instructor. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Luke, we need something, dude. These injuries were stockpiling. Brett Favre, greatest QB of all time. I like Brett Favre. He wasn't all whacked out on pills towards the end. I think he would have done game good. See a lot of Packers fans like the Raiders. I will tell you, when I first started making videos, it was the Packers-Raiders game, and I ended up talking about that game for a pretty good bit. I had so many Packers fans come out there and check that video out. It was cool as shit, and everybody was super respectful, so that was actually honest. That was cool to see. One major surprise move by Mayock to me was Nazep money deal. Could still work out because he's young. Dude, we paid his ass. His ass better get out there and do something. He said he liked him because he was honestly like a true replacement for Mad Max, where it never really changed what was coming off that edge at you. And I'll give you that. But that dude, he gets paid, dude. He gets paid, and he better prove it. I was angry. A lot of people were, man. When you guys traded up, everybody was like, oh, dude, we're going to end up getting a huge weapon, a major weapon right here. And then you ended up getting another QB. So I just wanted to see your feelings about it. We got a great wide receiver, but we need one more D-tackle linebacker. I'm not high on Demarius Randall, but I'm hoping LaMarcus Joyner is going to move to that safety and shut the Raiders fans up at the Pro Bowl safety. Luke, I mean, I'll give you that. We talked about that in the comment section before. I'm curious to see what happens with that. There's going to be a lot of stuff that shakes around before this is all said and done. Our final 53/55 is going to be looking pretty damn strong. I just want to see who makes that cut. Would you bench Carr if Mariota outplays him in the preseason? No. I mean, I personally wouldn't. I really don't think Gruden or Mayock would. But I think that if we get to week 4 and that first quarter of the season's over, if we don't have a winning record, that's when the talk's going to start, and then it's only going to take 1 or 2 games, and then you're going to see that swap happen. Carr has to go out there and prove it this year. He has to prove it right off the bat. There's going to be no doubt in anybody's mind, because if there is any doubt, it's going to lead to that quarterback controversy, and it's going to fuck up our whole season, and it sucks to say, but I really think he can do it. Imagine a Gruden Raider. Ooh, man, I would take that, Anthony. I'll give you that. How would you react if you got Rodgers? I'm not going to lie, man. I'd be happy as shit about it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not. It's Aaron Rodgers. I would rather have Aaron Rodgers than Tom Brady. But at the same time, I'm not sure how old. I want to say he's 39 now. He keeps saying that he wants to play into his 40s. So, I mean, if you can get him at that 39, 40-year-old, he plays for 2 seasons and get us to a Super Bowl, I'd take that all day. But if Carr comes out there and plays a damn good season this year, like I'm expecting him to, and then we go out there and still get Rodgers anyways, I would be pissed about that. I'm not going to lie. Farrell was playing inside, but he plays outside, so I think Namath will play inside the end. I could see that. And I would take that all damn day. Do you see Arnett starting for us coming week 1? I kept saying yes. I truly did keep saying yes. I do want to see him start. I really wanted to see a competition between him and Isaiah Johnson to see who would end up starting on that other side besides Mullen. But then we brought in the Prince out there, so a lot of people are saying the Prince is going to start out opposite of Mullins, and then it's going to help Arnett learn, and Isaiah Johnson will keep working behind them. I'm telling you right now, if we have a full camp, a full whatever the new preseason is, and Arnett can go out there, I really think he can win that spot. I truly, truly do, and I think it would be better for this defense if he was out there. But Prince has played good the past 2 years. I just want to see these young kids get a chance, so I would not mind seeing either one of those dudes start. But by the end of the season, I think you would end up seeing Prince win that spot. So that's just my opinion on it. All right, guys, that's pretty much what I had for you. Right back to work tomorrow morning for me. I had an awesome weekend. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I appreciate everybody that comes out in the live chat. You know I love that shit, dude. But until next time, I got to go get some sleep. I'm Son Joe Q. We will catch you guys next time.